sharing some super secret tricks with you. Quality of life features that GGG does not want you to know about. Don't share this video, don't like it, don't subscribe. We must keep it secret from the algorithm. If anyone finds us, I will be banned and my YouTube channel will be deleted.
Okay, memes aside, this video, there's going to be a lot of really cool stuff you haven't seen. I promise you, if you know all of these, I will be extremely impressed. It's probably a warning sign. You need to cut down on the PoE. There's going to be a second video of these as well. So in this first video, it's going to be just general, interesting quality of life, tricks and tips. And then in the second video, we're going to go over some really cool quality of life things for like crafting, and then also some interesting things you can do on the trade side to make your trade experience slightly less horrible. Anyway, let's get into it with the first tip. For our first trick, if you click your skill bar and then control right click an aura, it will activate. You no longer need to fill up all of your slots with auras. You can just control right click, put them all on a single button, and then just do it like that. Easy peasy. Don't worry, this was added very recently. It flew under the radar. I don't know why they didn't make a big deal about it, but if you didn't know, well, now you do. Another important one on League Start especially, place move only, not only on left click, but also on a keyboard button. I have mine set to F. What this does is it frees up your mouse. It allows you to move while doing inventory management and keep moving, never stopping, moving stuff around, putting gems in gear. You can even do stuff on your Atlas passive tree, run around. I'm still moving, still looking at my passive tree. You can then control click to allocate a passive point. This is a very useful trick commonly used by speedrunners to just keep moving all the time. You can control click masters and NPCs in your hideout and in towns to bring up their specific league windows. So for Jun, it's gonna be Unveiling. For Einhar, it'll be Bestiary. Cassia, she'll bring up her Anointing window. Lily, she'll bring up a Sale tab. And then Commander Kirak will also bring up his Trade tab. It's the same for all NPCs. Give it a try on other ones, see what they do. You can see on all of these expedition people, control click to bring up their specific window. Speaking of control clicking, you can also control click to reset instances. Let's say League Start, you want to farm up some blood aqueducts to get some XP. Well, you can run this zone, clear it, and then at any waypoint or any door transition point, you can control click, hit new, and it opens up a new instance. Another one you might have missed if you didn't read the patch notes is that you can now control shift click to put stacks of currency items into the trade window. You no longer have to click a million times. You can do this. It'll specify the exact currency and send only those into the trade window. What you can also do is then do this with essences like that. You can do it with oils. You can do it with catalysts. You can do it with fossils. You can do it with even fragments and other things. It is specific to the type. It's not going to throw in, let's say, all oils if they are different colors, but if they are the same color, then it will put it all in. You can also take it out by doing the same thing. Control shift clicking to get it out. Another new one added in 3.24 is that you can control shift click to hold to reapply jewelers and fusing orbs. So control shift and then just click and hold and it'll reapply it repeatedly. Same with fusings. While we're on the topic of control shift clicking, you can do it to buy a full stack of currency from a vendor. So you don't have to go one. Control shift click will buy you a full stack of those. And then if you want to separate stacks, you can shift click it to bring up this, and then you can use this. You can use a scroll wheel to choose how many. You can click on it, or what you can do is also type the number you want and then click it like that. You can also pick it up, press shift, and then click individual slots, and then this will separate it out nicely. Let's go over some useful tricks with regards to mapping. Firstly, if you hover over a map and press Alt, it'll show you the Atlas map and also bonus objective and whether or not you've completed it. You can then also open up your Atlas, right-click the map, and it will instantly zoom in on the map. Now, let's say there is a pantheon that you are going for and you don't know which map to get it in. So this one, let's say we want Capture, Captain Claiborne, the Accursed. Which map is that in? Well, what we can do is just type in that name in our search bar at the top. Captain Claiborne, and then it'll highlight the map. So we'll see it's in Frozen Cabins. Also, if you want to quickly jump to the search bar up top, you don't have to click it. What you can do is press Control F and it'll instantly take you up there and you can type in Claiborne. So if you want to capture the soul to upgrade your pantheon, what you want to do is put in the map, put in the divine vessel, run the map, kill the boss. And then once you've completed the map, you will get this soul-filled vessel. Now, you no longer need to bring this to Sin. All you need to do is right-click it and it'll instantly apply to your pantheon. Now, interestingly enough, pantheons are now shared across all characters. However, some of these pantheon upgrades are actually bad for you. So what you can do if you want to disable a pantheon upgrade is to then go do the same pantheon like you would if you're trying to unlock it, but this will instead toggle it off. Let me demonstrate. So you can see we have this allocated. Now, if we right-click this again, it's going to disable it. There we go. You can also mass favor your map. You don't have to click this, then click the map, then click this, then click the map. What you can do is click the map that you want to change, and then click the map over here that you want to change it to. So if I want all of these to be Underground Sea, I'll click this, click that. Now this is Underground Sea. You can go all the way down like this and change them all that way. Another nice thing added in 3.24 is that you can bind Portal to a keyboard button. I have mine set to 6, so I just push 6 and it drops a portal wherever I'm standing. That will consume a portal. Of course, you'll need one in your inventory, but it means that you don't have to click, open your inventory, and then click it like that. You can change this in settings. You go over to Options, Input, and then scroll right to the bottom and you'll see Use Portal Scroll. Make sure that you have this set to something easy to reach so you can drop portals on the go. While we're in this map, let me show you another cool thing. So there are some shrine effects that can be quite annoying, things that teleport you to monsters or just generally things that don't feel good. If you want to get rid of one of these shrine buffs, what you can do is just on the icon at the top, right click it and it'll go away. Don't forget that one. Can be very useful. And while we're in this map, you can move your map around with the cursor keys. You can move it like this and this and this, and you can make it bigger or smaller with the numpad plus or minus key. You can also alter the transparency within the game UI menu. This you can set all the way up if you like it like that, but most people want to have it like this. Same with the map transparency, you can turn this up or down. But generally, I have mine set to this. Landscape transparency 0, map transparency max, and then this zoom is the same as pushing that plus and minus button. Sometimes portals can get in the way. If you're sitting in your hideout, crafting, trading, you don't want to misclick them. You can close these in a bit of a finicky way. But the way you do this is you put a map in your map device, hit activate, and then quickly, before it activates, you take it out. Oh, wait, that doesn't work in Necropolis League. Literally every other league, that is a thing. And also, if you don't want any pesky scammers jumping into your hideout and stealing your loot, what you can do is, with your hideout decoration, you click here, Edit, and then Hideout Options, click this up, and what you can do is block people from entering your portals. So you can go only friends and guildmates, only you. You can also prevent friends and guild members from entering your hideout. So if you want to keep your map safe, this is how you can do it. While we're looking at hideout decorations, sometimes you want to move a hideout decoration, and sometimes it looks a bit like this, which is a pain. Especially if you want to move it and you're trying to click and drag it. I'm actually trying to move this now, and it's really annoying. So what you can do instead, let's say I want to move my stash. Instead, I can use my cursor keys. So just move it around like that. You can also push Z to hide all the stuff. That can also make it a bit easier to move it around. You can then also rotate it with the R key for rotate and Shift R to do it counterclockwise. There's a few other tricks, but this is probably the one that's most useful, especially just trying to get your thing in the exact place that you want it. Now, if you want to be really try hard, you can practice vendor walking. You'll see a lot of top tier speedrunners doing this, but this is when you run to a vendor and move back at the same time to be able to keep moving while doing things like shopping. If you're really fast, sometimes you can get in this trade window, buy the thing you need and get out or sell while you're loading in, let's say, to the coast. By the way, this league, this has been a bit weird. There, what just happened there where my character just stopped, that wasn't a thing that happened before this league. It's certainly a bit better than on League Star, but it has made vendor walking a little bit finicky and sometimes just buggy. Hopefully it gets fixed in 3.25 because it is extremely annoying, but this is a fun little trick. Looks cool. If you can do this, also can help you go a little bit faster. Now let's go over some interesting chat command things that you can do. If you press enter and then /, you can travel to different zones by typing that zone. So let's say we want to go to the menagerie. We just type in menagerie like that, and it'll take us to the menagerie. Same thing with other areas. We can press this and go to delve like that, just with /delve. Same thing for a few other places. This is most useful though for hideout. If you press enter / hideout, it'll take you straight to your hideout. You've probably seen some streams where they're just standing there and suddenly they're teleporting to their hideout without going to the waypoint. That's probably how they are doing it. They've just got a little macro and they're doing it like that. You can also exit the game by typing / exit, and these can be set to macros on your mouse or whatever you need. Now you can also, if you want to check which passive quests you've done, press enter / passives. This will open up and show you if you've done all your side quests. This should be at 24 unless you helped one of the bandits, in which case it'll be 22. But very important to check through this once you finish the campaign. It won't be too accurate until you finish the campaign, but always check this. I'm sure a lot of you have been level 98 and then done this and gone, oh no, I am missing 2 passive skill points. You can also do this for Atlas passives by typing / Atlas passives. And this will show you which of the Atlas points you still need to do. So I haven't done the hidden, still must do that one, but the rest of them are done. Another occasionally useful one is that you can type / who is and then type a character name. So we can stalk one of our friends. Let's check out RD Dual Strike. We can type in who is RD Dual Strike. It's going to bring up this character's information. This is a character Juggernaut in Hardcore Necropolis League and is currently playing in Nocturnal Hideout. If you message someone for a trade and maybe they don't respond, this can be useful to find out maybe they're in a boss fight or something like that. Thank you to Sashiro for reminding me about this one because it can be quite useful. Another one I use quite regularly is / CLS. That is going to clear your entire chat. Another good one, if you're getting spammed and annoyed, / DND always comes in handy. I'm doing it right now while recording this video. You can also add in a little extra message, DNE recording video, like that. And then if someone messages you, they will get this. You can also do / AFK with a little message, not at PC. You can also do auto reply, which is / auto reply. This you can say in a boss fight, be with you in a second. This one can be very useful if you're doing some kind of juice mapping, you're expecting a big trade, and you want to let the person know, hey, I'm not ignoring you, I'm just a bit busy with this. Also, if you want to reply to the last person who messaged you, let's say you've been spamming in global, blah, 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 like that. If you want to instantly reply to this person without having to right-click their name and click whisper, you can just press Control, Enter, and it'll bring up their thing like this. You can also scroll through all your chat messages by pushing the up and down arrows on your keyboard. This will scroll through all the stuff that you have sent in the chat log. I think you can also press Control up and down will change between different people you've sent messages to or received messages from. And if you want to show your friend this sick item you found, you can Control Alt click to link it to them, and then they can see it in the chat window. Another thing I want to draw your attention to, notifications. This one, if you have a lot of friends on your friends, this can get extremely annoying. If you have people constantly going online, offline, changing characters, and you want to get rid of those annoying little pop-ups, what you can do, head over to options, then go to notifications, and you can click these show pop-up buttons. So I don't care who's online or when they're online or when they go offline or when they change their status to tell me that they found another divine. Those I've turned off. A lot of these other ones are fairly infrequent and very important. Let's say trade requests, definitely don't want to turn that one off. But these ones are probably the most annoying ones. When someone changes their status, you can turn it off like that. Another thing that can be very useful if you are colorblind is socket notches. Red, green, blue can be a bit hard to differentiate for some folks. So what you can do, again, head over to options, UI, and then down here, you will see you can change your patterns to default, small notches, or large pattern. I'm using these. I'm not colorblind. I just think they look cool. If you've seen a streamer doing it, you don't know how, well, that's how you do it. You can also change your cursor to make it a bit more bright and easy to see. You can also make it bigger or smaller, depending on what you want. There are a lot of other really cool things that you can do in this UI. Things like show life mana levels is one that I like. One that's quite popular nowadays is hide life/mana reservation. Let's say you're playing a build. This is most common with bow builds, but if you want to see how much mana you have exactly, let's say you only have a little bit unreserved, but you need to keep track of how much you have and how much you're leeching, what you can do, hide life mana reservation. It will still show down here reserved, but it will look like your pool is completely full. So you'll be able to more easily ascertain how much mana you are spending on your skills. Anyway, that is going to be it for this video. Remember, part 2 coming out soon with more trade tricks, crafting tricks. I promise. Again, there's going to be more that you don't know. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment with all the things that you knew, didn't know, if you knew all of them. And also remember to not share this with anyone. Otherwise, they might remove it from the game. Okay, bye. Thank you for now, interestingly enough, do we do another take? Wait, how do I say? Fuck. Why am I struggling with an intro? Ascertain? What the